Hello, my friends from Echapaca Vegano. Tonight, I am going to be making a very quick bread pudding. And this bread pudding, you do not have to bake it right away. You can bake it the next day, but let's make this really quick so we can get into what we need to do. So I had it, four leftovers, hamburger buns in this package, and I was noticing that one of them was getting bad, so I throw one out and I ended up with three burger buns. Here are the burger buns. A lot of people throw out the burger buns when they're getting old and they don't use it, and it is sad because burger buns are still bread. So what are you going to do? Very easy. I have here 1/3 of a cup of sugar. I have here whoop, 2 tablespoons of butter. And I'm going to be using So Delicious coconut milk. And you can use whatever you have in your house. If you want to make this vegetarian, you can use regular milk, or you can use eggs. This bread, unfortunately, it had some dairy in it. It was a bread that I purchased for my husband, but I am not going to be using no additional dairy or eggs in this recipe. You actually don't need eggs to make a really good bread pudding. So I have here 1 cup of So Delicious milk, 2 tablespoons of the butter, and like I stated, 1/3 cup of sugar. I'm going to be mixing this real quick. And I have here cinnamon. The milk is pretty it's pretty thick for this, so I like the So Delicious milk. It is good for this kind of things. So let's mix this. Don't be afraid of. Mix, 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 mix. So this is the tricky thing. If you are vegan and you want to, you can do flax egg, which is 1 tablespoon of flax meal and 2 tablespoons of water. If you want 2 eggs, 2 tablespoons of flax meal then and 4 tablespoons of water. You mix it, let it sit like for 3 to 4 minutes, and it becomes kind of gel. You can also use something called Energy, which is this egg replacement. However, if you don't have flax meal, not the seeds, you can grind this, but flax meal, and you don't have that one, guess what you can use? Ta-da! Applesauce. Applesauce, it is an egg replacement, just like eggs. Just like a banana will make egg replacement. Let me open this real quick. And this small container of Santa Cruz, which you can see here, it is 4 ounces, will actually make perfect 2 eggs. So I just put it in here, make a little bit of a mess. If you can, try to find the one sugar-free, that doesn't have added sugar, but if you can, that is totally fine. To this mixture, I'm going to add a little bit more of milk, and I'm going to be adding 1/2 cup. I don't have a lot of bread, definitely. I want to taste of if it's sweet. Oh, yeah. It is good. If you want, you can also add a little bit of brown sugar, and maybe you can add like 2 tablespoons of that. You already add 1/3 of a cup of regular sugar, and if you would like, you can add some brown sugar. Like I stated, the applesauce already has sugar on it, but let's give it a try. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to do you know what? Here it is, a tablespoon. Let's add brown sugar. 1 and 2. Alrighty. And just so you know, just in case if you're like trying to figure it out, which bread is that? My husband purchased another. This is the bread. So you see, this is how the bread looks. It is brioche, so he likes this kind of stuff. So, and I said, oh, these breads are about to get bad. I figure I can do something with it. So perfect. So let's talk about other things that we can be adding to our bread pudding. So you can do raisins. You can do dry cranberries as well, and that is going to be fine. You can use either both or just one. I have this little mold here that I just cleaned. And I have this bread molding, and you can use either of this of whichever you have. It doesn't matter if you have a bread molding or just a tiny little one. It's totally fine. So here it is, the bread. Like I stated, it was 3 buns. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to be adding, Jeremiah loves raisins, so you can either add this little box, or you can add some of them, whatever you feel like. I'm going to be adding some of the dried cranberries as well, and I love cranberries. I just give that delicious tangy. I love that additional tangy flavor of the cranberries, because the raisins are sweet, but the cranberries have that tangy flavor. I melted the butter. For some reason, it is very cold in my house, so the butter did not melt that great. But here it is. I'm going to pour it out there. Okay. Let me get all the sugar from the bottom. Alrighty, so we are right back. So I just poured this, and I have this cute little small spatula that I got at Aldi's, and I love it. Same of the whisk. I got it at Aldi's as well. Look at this, beautiful. And like I stated, you don't have to bake this today. And there's 2 things that you want to keep in mind. I like my bread pudding with a caramel at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my bread pudding soaking overnight. Oh wow, it tastes amazing. Oh, so good. It tastes super, super good. I'm going to be leaving my bread pudding soaking overnight. And then what I'm going to do is that tomorrow I'm going to be doing a caramel, poured it in here, and then I'm going to bake it. So you bake it at 350.